Something real. Haters gon' say it's fake. Something real. Haters gon' say it's fake.
Right, and I'm here again. It's James, back to talk about Paigham tonight. It's been a few months since I've put out my last video, but I wanted to catch you guys up to speed on the most recent update that we made. As you can see on the screen here, I have Paigham open version 9.0.6.7, and this version we finally released the Facebook module. So without any ado, let me get straight to the meat of the subject here, and you can see exactly what we got going on here. So it's filled with a lot of features right off the bat. It has the ability to post to your user timelines, your friends timelines, to any pages that you've liked or managed, if the page allows it, and to any groups that you belong to. You also have the ability to directly message your friends or upload a list of people to message to, and you can also message business pages as well. So one of the other features that is in this first release, which is the first release of two, we'll have another Facebook module release that will have additional features in it, such as commenting on different posts, etc. So, but with this release, we also have the ability for you to scrape and harvest data. And I'm going to go through all these features one by one so you can see how it works. It's really simple, it's really intuitive. But let me get to the first thing that you're going to want to do whenever you open up this module and connect it is you need to connect it to your Facebook account or accounts. And the way that you do that is you simply come up here where it says this add accounts, and you enter in your account username, which is typically your email address, your account password, and any proxy or IP address that you have that you want to use for that account. And then click add account. Now, whenever you first run the application on Facebook, and it's going to have you verify that connection in your Facebook account that you have opened up, and it may be on your phone or it may be on your desktop browser from wherever you're at. So do be prepared. You will get a little notification in Facebook. They'll probably block the first initial attempt of the connection in the app. You just have to verify it and say, hey, this was me logging in. That's fine. Personally, whenever I connected an account, I was using a VPS that had an IP address from another country outside of the United States, and immediately my Facebook over here ended up giving me a notification that there is an attempted access to my account from out of country. It blocked the connection. I had to verify that it was me, and then I went back to the application and to the Paigham Facebook module and connected just fine. So it is normal. If you do see that, just follow the instructions that they give you and verify that the connection was you. So once that's done, anyways, you'll have your accounts all listed here. However many, it can run multiple accounts at once. And then you just select which account you want to use. There will be a little checkbox next to each one, and then once you have that selected, you'll click this button down here that says select checked accounts. So once that's done, then it'll say here how many accounts that you're using. If you're using multiple accounts, you can set up rotation on the account, how often it needs to rotate between the accounts you've selected to use. If you want to see what all of this means and see how the different limits apply to different tasks, here's a little cheat sheet for you that will tell you how the rotation works for that. So let me get straight to the posting section. You have the ability, as I mentioned, to post to your timeline, friends timeline, Facebook groups or pages, etc. Very simple, very intuitive. You decide which option you want to do. If you want to go to friends or groups or pages, and you'll notice that in each one you'll have the ability to select all pages that you've liked or managed, or you can actually come in here and select specific pages. So if you have a list of all the user IDs for the pages or page IDs, you can paste that list in here. And then it will just go to those pages, or friends or groups work the exact same way, and it'll just go to those specific pages that for the IDs that you've entered into this section. Now, once you have it selected on who you want to message, the way you write your message is come up here and just click write message, and then you can write any message that you want to send out to the people you've selected or pages that you've selected to write a post on. Excuse me, I keep saying message, but because we are in the posting section. But you can select what pages or groups or timelines that you're posting to. Um, the timer down here sets the task repeat limit. So it'll go through the accounts, how many times you want it to message. If, typically I'd imagine you just want it to repeat with posting on a timeline just one time for the amount of counts that you have. The direct messaging, and also before I move to that, you'll also notice they all have the same feature, but you also have the throttle that you can control the actions and delays for the different posting or messaging or scraping data that you're doing. The direct messaging works really similar to writing the post. You can either select friends, and you can select all friends, or you can select specific friends or specific people in Facebook and post their user IDs in here. And then you'll be able to go to their profile and send them a direct message. Same thing for business pages. You can't message groups, so that's not included here. But we do have the business pages. Same thing. If you're going to have a list of specific pages that you want to message, you're going to post their user IDs in here, one ID per line. So that's pretty much it. I mean, the task repeat limit is works the same here as with the post, and the delay throttle works exactly the same as well. Now, scraping data is pretty cool. You have the ability to scrape from the Facebook search engine, and you can scrape for people or groups or pages. And you can just select those by checking one of these radial boxes here. You also have the ability to upload a list and scrape all of the data, and that data includes, like, for example, any information that the user or page or the group has on their about section. So you can either do that by adding keywords, or if you have a list of specific users that you want to go see or pages that you want to go scan data for, you can also upload that list as well. You'll notice that there's also the ability down here when this is checked as you're scraping, um, as you're going to different pages or groups, whatever you're scraping for, you can set it to automatically friend request the person or join a group. Or if you're searching for different business pages, to automatically like that business pages. So this is a setting here specifically when you have this option check. You can set how many requests or joining groups or like pages to do for each search term that you're looking up. So let's say maybe you look up, I don't know, snooker or pool or something like that, and you see different groups for that. Maybe there's 100 of them or something, but out of that 100 you only want to join 10 of them, so you would write 10 here, and then it would go to the next keyword that you have listed, so it would do that same number for each keyword. The ability to also, this limit right here, let me talk a little bit about this limit. So this limit is when you have multiple keywords, and this has to do with how many from each keyword you want to scrape. So it works very similar to this in the sense that you say, out of keyword 1 I only want 100 results and 100 from keyword 2, etc., because there could be thousands of results. So you can set the limit how you want it right here. This scrape profile limit has to do with the total number that you want scraped. So let's say you want a total scrape limit per keyword. You want 100 results scraped for each keyword that you sent, but you want a total of 10,000, or excuse me, 1,000 results. So you would write 1,000 in here. So once it hit 1,000 profiles actually scraped or business pages actually scraped, then it would automatically stop for the whole scrape as the limit would be reached. So it's kind of a dual setting there. Hopefully, you guys understand what I'm talking about. But it's really simple. Now, you also have the ability to choose when you're harvesting the data on the people or the groups or the pages. You also have the ability just to grab the main URL link, or you can select, and I imagine this is what's going to be most interesting for people, is also check the box that says all data. And all data then goes to the about page of the person or the page, group, etc., and it pulls that data over that it finds. So if there's email addresses, if there's a website link, if there's any address or any data that they've publicly made available, it will harvest that data. So, anyways, I think that pretty much sums up how this thing works. It's really simple, user friendly. I believe probably one of the modules that is the most user friendly. But I know you guys are going to love this, and especially when release number 2 comes out, you're definitely going to love the ability to make comments on different comments. And a lot more actions that you'll be able to do with this. So really cool stuff. Stay tuned. Make sure that you're following our updates. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure that you go do that, because you don't want to miss these updates. We got powerful stuff coming out. And I do have other videos that I'm going to make and release to talk about a few little things here and there that we get a lot of customer support issues on, and I think it'd be good to have a video on a few of these topics. So anyways, make sure you check us out on our Facebook page. If you haven't liked it, please like it. We appreciate the likes. If you know anybody that needs the ability to market themselves to millions of people, you know, Paigham is the only solution out there that has that ability, with all the search engines that it can harvest data from, and all of the social media modules that you can connect to and harvest data from. It's really a one-of-a-kind software that's out here, and the ability to send messages to contact forms on the internet, and the ability to harvest, or excuse me, email thousands, tens of thousands of people in our email module, certainly makes this the #1 software that any marketing agency or any internet marketer will want to have if they're truly serious about getting out here and generating leads and sales for their company or clients or businesses. Anyways, you guys have a great night. Look for the next videos coming out soon. And I wish you guys the best. And as I always say at the end of all my videos, keep on keeping on.
Something real. Haters gon' say it's fake. Something real. Haters gon' say it's fake. Something real.